Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and I'm here to tell you that God doesn't always do things the way I think He ought to. And really, I'd kind of like to explain to God what real faithful living looks like instead of reading what He says, because frankly, God says some things that are hard for me to do and really seem like a little extreme to me. I'll tell you what I mean. I'm reading through Exodus, and I'm in Exodus 23, just reading through and all the little commands God gave His people, and I came across this. If your enemy's donkey is loose, be sure and return it to him. And if the person who hates you, their donkey is down and injured, be sure and help it up. Return it. Wow. I mean, I get that if I were writing, I would have said, you really need to love your neighbors yourself. And the way you do that, don't go let your enemy's donkey out of the pen. Don't do that. And if you see the person that hates you, their donkey's injured, don't just go ahead and kill it. Maybe get somebody to help it or let somebody know. But God says, if your enemy, their donkey's down, you get it up. You help it. And if the person who hates you got a donkey, you take it back to them. To help those, to serve those who are your enemy or who hate you. I need to hear that lesson because I try to be a mature Christian and I want to love my enemy because they're my neighbor too. And Jesus says, love your enemy. So I get all that. But for me, loving them kind of becomes don't intentionally do harm to them. And God says that's not enough. You intentionally help them and serve them. I needed to hear that. And frankly, if we're going to be God people, we need to really put some attention on how to help those who are our enemies or those who hate us. So I'd have done it a lot easier and a lot different. And maybe that's why I'm not God and He is. And rather than say, here's what God really means by that, maybe I ought to say, wow, maybe when I come across something from someone that has hurt me or harmed me or hates me or is my enemy, and I can help them, I just shouldn't think about it. I am obligated as a follower of Jesus and as a member of God's family. I'm obligated to help them. So this is Steve Ridgel saying to you, I'm going to try to do better about the hard things. I hope you do too.